For one, it's great to finally be in the studio. I know the last time we shot in Derby Borough, so I was very glad to welcome the team to my community. But it's really nice to be here today and see the beautiful facility that you guys have together. So congratulations on that. I am here today for an update on our spotlight that you guys showcased, I believe, episode 7. I am here today to update the viewers that, we are, as you can see here on our poster, we have transitioned into a write-in candidacy. So our campaign is still going strong. We have just transitioned over to a write-in candidacy. Now, what that means is when the voters of Derby go to the polls on May 18th, our name will not appear on the polls on the ballot. However, our candidacy is still alive and well. So they will have to physically write our name in. So right now we are amping up our ground game, our PR, our promotions, and just making sure we can get the message out there more. So that's why I'm here today. I'm here to ask of all of the viewers here to assist us in amplifying that message of making sure people can come out and actually write Jawar Don in for mayor of Derby Borough.
And then,
coming to you from the city of Philadelphia, LRTN presents How's My People? Your favorite spot for Liberian news. With your co-hosts, McGarris Jackson, Daryl Kennedy, Quinita Dunbar, and Fuchsia Shade.
Àwọn ọmọ wo rúṣẹ́ gbọ́nà wà rúwó dáa Philadelphia ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sọ́rọ̀ ìdí yó mọ̀nà rúwó ti ṣe àwọn ẹnẹ́kẹ́ ó.
How's my people doing all? We are doing all right.
how are my people doing?
Hey, we are doing all right.
How's my people doing?
How's my people doing?
We doing all right.
Welcome back to another episode of How's My People with your co-host Fuchsia Shade,
Daryl Kennedy.
And you know it's your boy McGarris Jackson.
and guys. Not only is this another episode, it's our 10th and final episode of this season. Yeah. And I know we've been telling you so much about our girl, but guess what?
What?
We got her here right now.
Yeah.
Live from Lincoln University. Hey, girl. How are you?
I'm
We missed you. How you?
School has been hectic. Oh, it's been a lot. Sorry I haven't been here present to give you guys fresh health and wellness. But I apologize. I'm trying to get my degree so I can heal you properly.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Get that paper.
All right. Without further ado, let's get right into it with news by my guy, Daryl Kennedy.
Thank you, Fuchsia Shade. Guys, this is our last episode, 10th episode, last episode of the season, I should say. And I would like to give all our viewers out there a big, great thank you. Thank you for being a part of us. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, the shares. Thank you for, the critiques you've given us to help us grow every single week. And I hope you know that just because we're not going to be airing an episode every single week doesn't mean you still can't find our content. You can go back and look for all the old episodes we've been doing up to now on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, Twitter. You'll be able to find those videos there. So I just want to say thank you guys so much, and don't sleep on LRTN now because we're not going to be here anymore. Well, because How's My People's not going to be here anymore. We're still going to be here, you know what I'm saying? We're here, we're there, we're everywhere. We're just going to be coming with new content. So I don't want to get too much out, but we're going to be still informing you guys on everything that's been going on. We're still going to be giving you the best in African and Liberian music, culture, entertainment, all that. We're going to make sure it's coming directly to you. It's just not going to be on this show, though. Like I said, I don't want to give you too much, but we're going to be going out into the community. We're going to be interviewing different people. We're going to give you all the details, everything that you need we got you right here on LRTN. Make sure you stay tuned every single week, and we'll be giving you fresh new entertainment content, educational, music, food, you name it, we got it.
Yeah.
So just
Follow.
exactly. So like, follow, and share everything on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, everything. Follow us. We got you. All right. So let's get straight into our news topic for the week. I want to talk to you guys about George Weah. Now, if you guys don't know who that is, then you must be living under a rock, right?
Yeah.
George Weah is the infamous, famous, however you see it, president of Liberia. And he has been getting dragged through the comment section lately because of his little, stunt that he pulled. Apparently he was flying in a private jet with Senator Snow. And a lot of people see this as a bit of a diss to the people of Liberia. Why? Because Liberia is considered a third world country. A lot of its members aren't able to, really feed themselves, aren't able to send their kids to school, aren't able to do a lot of the things that most first world countries are able to do. And the president of that country is out flying his private jet through the air, doing what he got to do, going here to there. And some people are speculating that this might be another form of corruption. I think personally that a president should look presidential. You know what I'm saying? So of course you shouldn't be giving speeches and duds. You should have a nice suit on. You should be able to. You should have a nice car, affordable car to drive around. If you know what I mean, stuff like that. I think you have to look your part as a president, especially if you're going to be going to different countries and speaking to different foreign diplomats and stuff like that. You should definitely look the part. But where does that line? Because he was also caught swimming. Did you guys see that one when he was in the pool swimming?
Oh, I
y'all saw that
did
one?
see that.
Yeah. So he's been under attack lately for living his best life. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is him overreaching, or do you think this is what he should be? A president should be in a private jet.
No, I don't think a president should be riding a private jet if members of his society can barely afford to feed themselves and send their children to school. And even public school is a lot, and it's hard for a lot of children to go to school. And the graduation rate in high school is not that high, especially for those that live in the community who can't afford to send their kids to private schools. That private jet could have paid for but for many young children's private education. So I don't think that our president should be flying sky high, living his best life, It's not the time for that. It's time to actually show the people why they elected you. And right now I feel like he's kind of disappointing them a bit. I feel like there's a time for vacation. This is not the time for vacation.
Okay, no, but he wasn't vacationing. He was on a business trip with Senator Snow.
No, he should have been doing business. This is not something that you want people to see you doing.
I want to clarify though, the man was doing business. It's the style of which he was doing it. Do you think that private jet was excess, or do you think maybe just go on a regular charter flight and upgrade to business class or first class or something like that?
I feel like, I'm sorry, let me just say this. I feel like the country, if they can afford a private jet, that just means that there is money, to be, circulated around the country.
I understand what you're saying.
So,
McGarris?
I definitely agree with that point right there, that if there is money for it to be chartered on a private jet, that there is some type of money or finance that can be distributed out into different infrastructures to help build the country.
Right.
But on the other hand, one, like Daryl, you did say he is the president. You know what I mean? That's number one. He is the president. Two, what's wrong with, he was a soccer player before he became the president.
Right.
He's been flying. That's his opulent lifestyle that he's been living for a while now.
Yeah.
That is his lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if that's coming out of his paycheck or his revenue, and it's not coming from different infrastructures of the country, then that's understandable. But if it's at the expense of your people, no, I don't believe that you should be flying private. But at the same time, he's been flying like this for basically his whole life.
I understand. I don't think there's a problem with
I don't think that there's there should be
a
real issue of him flying a private jet, especially if you know how much it costs to even charter a private jet.
Yeah. So I mean,
Exactly.
I think that's fair, both points. But my Quinita, what do you think? You're here. What do you think, Quinita?
I feel that Joe Biden would not be on a commercial flight at the same time.
Right.
That, you know, we're in a better standpoint than Liberia is.
Right.
So you shouldn't be spending, you know, $30,000 to pay a pilot to fly private if you guys don't have good, you know, good running water, you know, food supply to everyone, all, you know, everyone in your community. So it's up in the air. You know, there's pros and cons. You know, there's do's and don'ts. So
Definitely.
I mean, he's gonna do what he has to do. I hope it was really just for business, not for you know. I hope he wasn't showboating, just to you know prove that he you know he has status and that he can do as he pleases. But I really do hope that he takes a stand to do what he has to do.
Right.
That's a great point. Quinny, I like that point. You say like I hope he's not showboating, because as a president, you should be able to go to another country to do business and be taken seriously.
Yes.
So if you're getting off of a business class flight to go speak to some foreign diplomat about trade policies and whatnot, they're not going to take you seriously like that.
Right.
So I think you have to spend money to make money. And I was also speaking to one of the producers behind the scene about the story, and they brought up the point that you can buy a private jet and make money off of it. Kanye did it. Jay-Z did it. You rent out the jets to other people, to other famous people, to other celebrities who need to use the jet. So there is an opportunity. I think we have to give him the benefit of the doubt. And this is where the transparency comes. So how much do you pay for that jet? Who paid for that jet? You know what I'm saying? This is where we should definitely be checking the bank, the balances and all that, keeping the receipts and stuff like that. We need to know where that money is going. But I think the man needs to be able to, like you said, McGarris, he's used to living a certain type of way. I don't think he should. He didn't run for Jesus. You know what I mean? He didn't run for God. So he don't gotta, abandon all.
But even at that, I would believe that God wants you to have the best in life.
I think so too.
Why not fly that private jet?
Right. But again, at the expense of his people.
Exactly.
I don't think he did this at the expense of his people. Where I think it is interesting is what you said, Juanita. Why are you posting this picture? Are you showboating? This is where you kind of put yourself in the negative light at this point. There's no need for you shouldn't have done that. Keep your, sometimes when God bless you, it's good to put that blessing on, so you don't gotta show it off all the time. I think this is the problem with this situation. It wasn't so much so that he did something wrong. It wasn't so much so that he was being corrupt. It was the fact that he was showing it in the wrong way.
Right. But even at that, I honestly feel like when it comes to being in a political role and being on social media, there needs to be a fine line. Yeah. You should only be on social media when it comes to posting things that are beneficial to the community and what needs to go out there. But posting I would call them self-righteous pictures to fulfill your social media presence or presentations, I feel like that's a no-no. Yeah. To a sense, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Your social media, especially if you get into a political role, your social media should only be used for political reasons. Right. Period. Yeah. Not to show your latest outfits, your new McQueens, you're flying in this, your new song. I feel like social media should just be for political reasons and political reasons only. Just because of the simple fact that anything that you do post, people can talk. And it will talk regardless, even if it is something that's innocent.
You gotta look at the optics. You know what I mean? So you're definitely good point, guys. But I'm just gonna say this, President Weah, you're in a difficult position. Listen, you just gotta put Playboy Weah to the side until you get out of the office. You can't be showing your best life right now. Yeah. It's just what it is, and that just comes with the seat that you're in right now. So,
but you still play a player.
I mean, go on, play on, but
not right now while you're in office.
Just don't take pictures. That's it. Just don't take pictures.
Just not while you're in office, but you still play a player.
All right, well, that's all I got for you guys today. Again, I just want to say before I pass it on to my girl, Fisha Shade, make sure you follow, you like, you share everything on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Thank you. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Our cash are going to be here at the end of everything. But thank you guys for following us, and I do appreciate you. Love y'all. And now it's time for entertainment with my girl, Fisha Shade. Fisha, what you got for us?
All right, guys. So it's time for entertainment with your girl, Fuchsia today. And before I get into my segment, I would just love to say how much I appreciate being on this show. How's my people? With some of my favorite people and my favorite cast. This was really the highlight of my week. I look forward to it all the time, and I love each and every one of you, from the people behind the scenes and the people on camera. You guys made this experience one to remember, and I'll never forget it. And I'm so happy that I was offered this opportunity. Thank you guys so much, like, for even bringing me on and, you know, bringing some of the raw talent that I had in me out. Now I feel like the sky's the limit for not just me, but the whole cast in LRTN. We've been covering people's news, covering political. I didn't even know that I had a voice, you know, to even speak on political things. And now here I am giving my opinion, and people are actually listening, taking it seriously. So I'm just really, really thankful for that. You know, I got to see different views. I wasn't too aware about certain things, like some of the things you brought up at Taboo Topics, some of the news things, even some of the phenomenal things that Quinita brought up in health and wellness. I got to also be aware. So I'm just really grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for LRTN. And guys, do not quit keeping up with us, because we have so much more in store, okay? You want to see more of me, Daryl, McGarris, or Quinita, make sure you stay tuned to LRTN. We will be broadcasting live, and you can always go and check out all of our reruns. So yeah, I'm just really grateful for this opportunity.
Yeah.
It was a great one, and I got to meet so many great people. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure we all feel that way about what this experience has been for us, and not just us, but the people that are also behind the scenes, like Mr. Anderson, Natasha, Garfine, Papeto, you know, Solo. There's so many people that are involved in this whole process. So we're very thankful for them, and we're thankful for all your hard work that you guys do behind the scenes here in the U.S. and Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, and also back home in Liberia. Our team back there works so hard to give us information and make sure that we're updated with everything that's happening. So I just really want to show my gratitude. I'm so happy to be on here, and I can't wait to come back for season 2. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is my entertainment segment, okay? Lil Nas X. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but we're not going to post the video here. It might be a little bit too much for our eyes to see. But definitely go ahead and check it out on your own. I'm just going to run over the basics of it. It's I guess you could say he's a R&B pop artist.
Hip-hop.
And yeah, he's in that like genre.
Rap, pop, hip-hop.
Yeah, rap, pop, hip-hop. And he started with the friendly song, Old Town Road.
Yeah.
But now he has transitioned into this new person.
Yeah.
And he's came out to become his own. Some people are saying it's a little bit too much, and it's too much for their kids to see. Now, you know, I spoke on this before. Artists and celebrities are not in charge of raising your children.
Yes.
That's your job. But however, I do understand parents' concern about their kids seeing this this video. Now, it's not for the artist to stop doing what they're doing. It's for the parent to make those restrictions. He came out. He's told everyone that he is gay. And he doesn't really care how people feel about it. We all know that it's very popular for people to tell other gay people, hey, if you're gay, you're going to hell. So what he did in this video is actually show how he is going to go to hell. Not only is he going to go to hell, but he's going to become Satan. Guys, don't stop watching LRTN, but when this video is over, you can go ahead and check out Lil Nas X new video, okay? It's trending everywhere, so if you haven't seen it yet, don't turn off don't go off of us until this show's over, and then go check him out, guys. Right. How do you guys feel about it? I don't really. Q, let us know something. Let's hear from Q.
It's a lot. It was just a very explicit and too much. You know, he has a lot of followers as a millennial, and
right.
I mean, he knows his influence. He knows his influence. So at the same time, I feel like it wasn't appropriate at all. Because from Old Town Road to his new single is a very, very, very big gap.
Yeah.
And it's just
definitely
it's a lot.
Yeah, definitely a big gap. Like, the reason why people are concerned so much about their kids, being involved, because Old Town Road was really a kid-friendly song.
Yeah.
Kids on Kids Bop even, performed it, made their own little remix to it. We even had Billy Ray Cyrus got involved with it. They performed at the MTV Awards. And now he's on this whole nother wave that's like, whoa, good boy gone bad. He came out and he's like, you guys talking about me saying how gay people are going to go to hell? All right, well, I'm going to move from heaven to hell immediately. And he definitely showcased that in this video. What do you think, Mac?
Okay, so for me, like, I'm always this gray area. I always see the pros and the cons.
Yeah.
And that's just me as an individual. Me personally, song was really good. The song was good. The video, Q said it the best way possible. It was pretty explicit. However, if you're an adult watching the video, the concept of the video was kind of like, okay, I get it, I see it. Like, you know what I mean? As far as like an artistic side. As far as, I was up with him until he took the crown and put it on his head.
Yes. The devil crown.
The devil crown.
Yeah.
That was a little bit, okay? Because we use the expression a lot, dancing with the devil. You know what I mean? So he danced with the devil and then he killed the devil. I was like, ooh, boy, that was spicy.
He didn't dance. He twerked on the devil.
Well, let's leave it up to them to find out what actually took place in the video.
But him taking the crown himself and now, like, it was like a little there. But then for me, what kind of drew the line, like the line, okay, like, all right, boy, like, I like you, but like, come on, let's bring it back together. Yeah. It was the shoe for me.
Oh, yes, the shoe.
It was the shoe. Like, I understand the fact that parents want you to be like a, kind of like a role model for kids. I mean, granted, Old Town Road was a really big kid bopper.
Yeah, it was.
But it's unfair for parents to say Lil Nas X this when your kids is probably listening to all these different other music with F-bombs, with all these different curse words in it. Your kids idolize all these different rappers who talk about shooting people. Yeah. Like, even on mainstream radios, you guys have kids talking about bang bang this and doing that and getting money and robbing people and doing all this stuff. Where are all your concerns and your views when it comes to all those other artists? But it's because of the concept that it's Lil Nas X and he's gay and he's like kind of putting it back in your face of what you guys gave to him in a sense. Right. But that's just my thing. But the boy, the shoe was like a little bit too much for him.
So speaking of the shoes, he sold exactly 666 pairs of shoes, Nikes to be specific. Now, those Nikes he did not get from Nike. They actually bought a wholesale purchase of 666 shoes. They designed their own shoe, put the upside down cross on the back of them, and inserted some blood into the soles of those Air Maxes. Now, Nike did not have anything to do with this. He did this on his own and now has to go through billions of dollars in lawsuit. Now, Daryl, what would you say about that?
Oh, hell no. Like, why would you do something like that? Why would you do that? I think I was put off way before the shoe. From the get-go, I was like, listen, you are like the first, I would say the second, because Frank Ocean was like the first mainstream
gay guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Like LGBTQ. I'm sorry, guys.
Artists to come out.
LGBTQ.
Black artists to come out like that, right? Yeah. So it's like you are a icon at this point. You are a first. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So I think you kind of normalize, you mainstreamed homosexuality in that way with music. I think a lot of parents were like, okay, Old Town Road, oh look at this kid, he's adorable. I think that kind of like softened that, you know, that stigma. I think it was like, okay, look at this guy, this kid, he's black, he's gay, he's and when you on Kids Bop, you mainstream. You know what I'm saying? He was mainstream. So I think he had a lot of responsibility that he kind of let fall when he did. I mean, he had I don't want to say.
No,
he had a responsibility. He had he was put. I don't want to say. He was put in the spotlight, and he I get it. You had a message that like. Oh, we go, but it's like you played into their hand. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like,
you like.
It's like why would you? No, you just burned everybody. You don't. No, you just got like. Why would you do some of that? I think what he did was made it harder for those because you might not believe in God, Satan, whatever, but a lot of people still do. So I think what you did was I think he closed that gate for
people who do believe
for the religious parents, and you might have scared some like gay Christian kid who was just like. Contemplating, oh my God, would I go to hell if I'm gay? And then he sees that video and he's like, well, he's like basically, you know what I mean? It's like you're basically confirming every single Christian parent's worst nightmare. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, my kid's going to be that. It's like, why would you're defeating your purpose by doing that? Was my whole thing. I was like, this is not positive for the LGBTQ community at all. Not at all, in my opinion, not at all. Because who's benefiting from this?
Right.
No one. And then you did the whole satanic shoot thing. What?
Yeah.
Like I was like,
actually inserted blood. I don't know whose blood, but inserted blood into the soles of the shoes.
Now, like, there's one thing to go for shock value and, try to be provocative and push the envelope. But there's another thing to just be completely disrespectful to someone else's religion and culture. I think that's kind of what he did here. I think he was like, you know what, I am Christian. Christians are da-da-da-da-da, middle finger to that. When there's a lot of Christian people who do support LGBTQ people and are like, trying to be like, listen, this is not what it is. This is not what we're
about.
Yeah. And then you're kind of like, nope, this is exactly what it is. I'm the devil now. It's like you're confirming all that. I'm sorry.
I understand what you're saying.
On behalf of the community at large. On behalf of the community at large, I would just like to speak. And that's just to say to all the boys out there, you feel me? Wait, I had to,
No, you got it. Go ahead.
On the boys. But no, let me just say this. Be yourself.
Right.
Don't. Interpretation is to each his own. You know what I mean? With that being said, like, you're your own individual. People are gonna put all these different type of stigmas on who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be like, whether you're straight, whether you're gay, whether you're anything. You know what I mean? And they're going to shove it down your throats.
Yes, that's true.
They're gonna want to make you digest everything that they believe they believe. And this is me just learning to find my own voice and learning to be confident in my own self.
Right.
You gotta be your own person regardless. That's it.
True.
That's all. You know what I mean? Just be your own self. Like you can still be wholesome, respectful. You can still love God, and God still loves you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I think
that's like the only thing I can really say. Like, just love yourself, love God, and that's it.
And going to what Matt just said, God still loves you. It's like a lot of people are seeing that video like, oh, if I'm gay, if I'm bi, if I'm a lesbian, I'm going straight to hell. And here's someone who's in that community and they're saying, I'm going to hell and I'm gonna, I'm gonna conquer it. I'm gonna have fun if I'm in hell. Yeah. But what I really want people to understand is he did that, in my opinion, because of what other people have told him. Yeah. He even says that in his tweets. It's because of what other people have told him, not because of how he actually feels. And I feel like sometimes as Christians, we can be a little too judgmental that we can push people farther away from God than bring them closer. Yeah. If someone had said, this is his walk at the end of the day, this is his life. Yeah. And I understand we want to save everyone, but we're not the savior of the world. That's God's job. And even if I never say if I'm a Christian, which I am, and I never say anything to anyone about their sexuality or about how they behave or how they carry themselves, God is still in control. He will still find a way for that person to find out without anyone else, having to say something to them. He has many ways to speak to his children. You don't have to force your religion or force Christianity down someone's throat and tell them, you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell. That's not our job. Our job is to just love people as God loved everyone. Exactly. So
our job is also to our God is also to show
Yeah.
God's love.
To
It's
show.
to embody is to embody the love that God gives to us and show other people that, hey, God is love. You know what I mean? And by being the example of love and exemplifying love through your daily actions, how you speak, how you walk, how you talk, how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? That is the love of God. That light shows wherever you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that is literally what Fuchsia said, you know.
All right, guys. So that's enough of this segment. If you have any comments or you want to say anything you have or you've seen the video, please put it down below in the description and put it in the comments. And we're definitely, you know, on our Instagram, on our Twitter, all of that. Make sure you put it down because we want to hear your response. We still want to, you know, talk with you guys and we still want to interact with you guys. So don't think we're going anywhere, guys. We're always going to be here for you. We love you. But right now it's time for health and wellness with Quinita Dunbar.
Yeah, finally, we here.
All right.
I'm here for you so long. I forgot to take care of myself.
I know. So, health and wellness. COVID-19. I'm here on campus, and we have just now moved into our phase of the fall season of our semester. We had to pick our rooms. We had to, you know, get updated on everything that's going on. And it's a very, you know, conflicting to me because it's like we've gotten a letter from our campus or our higher ups, our administration, that if you wanted to come back to campus, 80% of our population would have to be vaccinated. Me personally, I don't want to be vaccinated. I don't feel that putting COVID inside of me is gonna. So it's very. COVID vaccines are guaranteed. Like if you must have them to travel, to go out to eat, to, you know, live a normal life again. How would you guys accept that, and how would you guys take that on? You know, that's my entire thing.
Right.
Yeah, definitely finding a new normal of COVID-19 is strenuous. Just a mask alone. I have to remember my phone, my wallet, my keys. I gotta remember my damn mask. Like, come on, I can't tell you how many times I don't walk to the grocery store just to get to the door and be like, walk back to the car and get my. I hate that. I am tired of that. But then now I gotta get a vaccine to go travel, to do this, to do that. Whew. I don't like this new normal. It kind of scares me. It makes me feel as if this is not just a new normal for a temporary time, but it's gonna extend a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, how long is this new you dislike system? Is this the norm now? You know what I'm saying? Are they gonna start checking my blood to see if I have the COVID test for me to enter the grocery store next? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bit scary because you hear a lot of these different things that have been going on. People are dying from people are dying from COVID. People are dying from the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do I get it? Do I not get it? It's troubling. It's confusing time.
And I'm starting to notice that even people that are taking the vaccine, they're still saying that you have to wear a mask when you go out in public places.
You still have to wear a mask.
So it's what's the point of the vaccine?
Exactly.
This may be a little weird or some type of conspiracy theory of mine, but I feel like, what if that vaccine has some type of chip in it that's like tracking people everywhere they're going?
You're not the only person who started that, you know what I mean?
But really though, like, what if they start like, because how do you know we're gonna have to walk around with a card, I think, that says we're vaccinated, but what we lose our card, what is it, like you scan your arm and oh, you have the vaccine, you're good, you can go through. And we've seen a lot of these things in movies, and I'm starting to realize that some of these movies that we watch are now coming to pass. So this is why you can never underestimate a movie. And I don't know what the world is looking like, or if this vaccine can make life normal again, where we can just have fun and be around each other and love on each other.
Look, listen. And I'm gonna say this once and one time only. Quinita, when it comes to this vaccine, I know I'm gonna sound like a health professional, and this is what it has come down to. But
all right, go ahead.
Listen, we are now in a changing world right now.
Right.
You had the flu shot, it didn't do nothing to you. You done taken all these different type of different ammunition shots, they didn't do nothing to you. Go take the shot. Like, just go take the shot.
But no.
Some of your Quinita, your mother, your family members have taken a shot and nothing happened to them. Mom, go take the shot.
They get superpowers.
Oh, didn't you take the shot?
He took the shot.
They get superpowers.
Severe side effects, like my sister, like sweating profusely, dizzy, like in her, like laying down, just being bedridden. The time that she had, like the second time she got her shot, she was bedridden, and it was like, why? I mean, I remember having the flu shot when I was getting the flu shot, immunization records, getting the flu shot to get, into school. But I don't remember it being this severe. I don't remember anything being as serious as COVID. Right. But at the same time, when you think about it, you're putting fake COVID in your body to make you immune to COVID. Like when you really think about it, it's scary because COVID is killing you.
Right. Yeah, but that's with any musician. You're gonna have to be injected with the virus so that way your body can build antibodies to fight off that virus. But one thing I will say is, like, when it comes to the conspiracy theories around the virus and everything, if you believe in the Most High God Himself, you pray before that needle even touch your skin, before it even penetrates your skin. Literally, as I was taking my vaccine, the only thing I could think in my mind is, God, if this is your will for me, if something happens
it will be done.
It will be done. But until then, I trust you, and I'm going to take this vaccine. And as she's putting it in my skin, I'm just saying Jesus in my heart. And it's I'm just praying and I'm saying it, and then afterwards I was like, all right, cool. You literally have to wait like 15 minutes just in case you get a reaction. That's what they usually recommend. You wait 15 minutes so they see that your body don't react weird, and then after the 15 minutes you can go and settle in for your second ammunition. And it wasn't that bad, honestly. It was just like a little soreness in the arm. It was just a little soreness in the arm, but that was really about it. But
I mean, personally, I'm not a doctor. I don't know too much about all this. But I mean, one thing, we are kind of spoiled that we have the options. Right. That's what I love about America sometimes. With all the, stuff that we complain about, you gotta look back and be like, man, some people can't even complain about this stuff, you know what I mean? They don't have the luxury to complain about this. Yeah. I mean, think about back in the day when they had polio, and people, you think anybody would have been like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard there's polio going around. They got a cure for it, but they gonna be tracking me. You know what I mean? I think we're very spoiled when it comes to it, and I too have my own, reclusion. I guess is you know what I mean. My hesitations with I just don't like needles. I think that's my biggest. I just don't like needles.
Don't like.
But
needles.
Like
that
I said,
means you don't get tested.
I mean, when you have to, but I just don't like needles. You know what I mean?
That does not mean he does not get tested. Now you're being messy.
Right. But anyway, I'm not a doctor, but you know who is a doctor, guys?
Who?
Dr. Farouk. Now, Dr. Farouk knows a lot about all this COVID stuff. Me and McGarris actually got the chance to be at one of his seminars last Sunday. He was holding at a temple. It was a beautiful temple. Very nice. We got to meet
the monks.
The monks were there, which is really cool. We got to meet the commissioner of
Bob Harvey.
Bucks County, Bob Harvey. So that was cool. Dr. Farouk is also doing a different seminar. I think today he's doing another one, and he will be coming to LRTN to be doing his own health and wellness show here. So you guys can definitely catch up with him there. Here actually, if you have any more COVID related questions or anything health and wellness related. So definitely tune in for Dr. Farouk when he comes.
And like Daryl was just saying, honestly, if you haven't yet, you guys can go back on LRTN on our Facebook page and on our YouTube and look for the COVID talk with Dr. Omar Farouk.
Yes.
The video is there. You guys can play it. He literally explains the percentage, how effective it is. the side effects, where you can go right now in Bucks County.
Yeah.
Actually, as of April 2nd, they opened up it to Bucks County where you can go and get your musicians all over Bucks County for free.
Oh, wait, how much?
For free.
Yeah. So you guys definitely, if you guys have not viewed that video yet, I recommend you do, especially if you're having that type of
symptom
or that little hesitation for
Right.
taking the vaccine. But don't let people discourage you from taking the vaccine, because there's going to be many variants of COVID that's been going around
Right.
and has been going around, and
Right.
Juanita,
The vaccine covers it all.
right.
back
It
to you,
does.
baby.
It really does. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I will take it as needed when I
After everyone else does, right?
take it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She said, I'm gonna take it
After
y'all do
everyone
that. Y'all be the
Yeah,
test
yeah,
to
yeah.
guinea
After
pig.
they
You know
do
what I'm
it,
saying?
I'll do it.
Hey,
But,
somebody
you know,
got
Or should I, when I'm ready to go, take my vacation, I'll take it.
Right.
Right. COVID has been a hot topic of my, health and wellness season on LRTN or How's My People, It's been a very hot topic, and I'm just happy, we've come, very far in the process from COVID, hitting its 1 year mark, and COVID, hitting a certain amount of, death tolls. We've come very far to a vaccine that's available to everyone, because at first it was only administered to, health professionals. Now people or civilians are being able to access that. So we've come very, very, very far from my first segment of health and wellness to the last episode. So I'm very happy about that. I hope that Dr. Fugu can give you guys all the information, all the updates, and all the education that you guys need, not only of health and wellness or COVID, but just a very well-rounded summary, I'll call it. But now we are going to move right in to Mr. Taboo himself. Mr. McGarris, what are we talking about today?
Thank you, Quinita. What a beautiful intro. And before I get into taboo topics for today, I would just like to give a vote of thanks to our audience that has been watching our journey.
Yeah.
Let me not get emotional, but a special thanks to Mr. Anderson and Mr. Pei for actually giving us the opportunity to be young adults and to showcase what we can do for the community. That will be my first vote of thanks. My second vote of thanks will go to my cast members and everybody. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
You're good.
But to everybody that helped make this possible: Garfine, Tasha, Daryl, Quinita, Fuchsia, my cousin, you know what I mean? Artina. I would just like to say thank you to all of you guys, and thank you to all of our viewers who actually watch us grow, and from episode 1 to where we are now.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting us nonstop.
Right.
Thank you for watching our videos, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop here. We're going to keep going, and we're going to exceed expectations, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Facts.
This song said double.
Yes,
Not
we're gonna
double.
double.
Okay. So I would just like to say thank you and much love to. It came down to, I guess, hip hop's couple. Ideal couple. We're not talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
All right, who are you talking about?
We're
Not the
talking
king
about,
queen?
no, we're talking about the prince and the princess of hip hop. You know
Who
what I
that?
mean?
Who that?
Quavo and Sweetie.
Oh, okay.
It's been a whirlwind, from their breakup to cheating allegations to her airing their business out, to him claiming that she wasn't the man for him claiming that she wasn't the girl he thought she was, based on the fact that
Right.
she exposed their infidelity or his infidelity in the relationship.
Ooh.
But guys,
That's what happened.
literally, apparently, he quote on allegedly
Spill the tea now.
allegedly he cheated,
Mm.
and allegedly he cheated, and she broke up with him because he cheated.
Yeah.
But guys, there was a video that was released, and apparently it happened. The video took place somewhere in January, I believe, and guys, it was like a wild video. Basically, it was an altercation between Sweetie and Quavo. From what I've seen, the video that I've seen, Sweetie swung
Ooh.
and grabbed the little game suitcase.
Ooh.
Quavo said, "Nah, come back here, Sweetie, and come back here."
Check her.
And check her into the elevator. And then as she flew into the elevator, she ended up hitting her back, dropping everything on the floor. She ended up falling down to the floor as well. That's what I got from the video, or my interpretation from the video. But then what's even more crazy is the feedback and the comments on social media. You know, when it comes to social media, everybody has to weigh in. Whether the good or the bad, you know what I mean? The true or the false, you know, everybody has to give their opinion. They're like buttocks. We all have one. but but it
Some
was
bigger than
fun.
others.
Yeah, but we all have one, you know. 2 cheeks and a crack. But what was funny to me was like people were actually condoning this type of behavior. Domestic violence is basically my topic for today's taboo. A lot of the times you hear about domestic violent cases, you know what I mean? Some of them go really, 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 really bad, where the woman is battered and battered and battered and battered. Sometimes it's the woman who's actually beating the man, you know what I mean? But what I did not expect was for social media to condone this type of behavior. That it was okay for Quavo to, you know, yank Sweetie into the elevator and basically thrusting her all the way back. God forbid she hit her head on that metal and caught a concussion. Anything could have happened. You know what I mean? So I wanna check in with you guys. What do you guys think about this whole domestic violence thing? And do you guys believe, especially us being millennials now, let's talk frankly here, especially us being millennials here, do you guys believe that it's okay for you and your woman to get into a little tussle, is what they called it?
I'll start. I think a little friendly argument and a little words being exchanged here and there, it's okay. You know, everything is not always going to be peachy. We can exchange words, we can be upset with each other, but when it comes to actually fighting each other, guys, it's not the best thing to do. But there's this, some people just have a certain type of anger and rage, you know, where they can't control it. And I feel like if you know your spouse is like that, then you should try your best to avoid, you know, those type of arguments and confusion with them. And you should express that to them, like, hey, you know, I got a little bit of a temper. You do that to me, everything goes black, and this is how I react. Of course, you should try to seek help. But if that person wants to be with you, they should understand there's a certain line across. If I say I can't take it and, you know, enough is enough, stop treating me like this, back away from me, especially if they try to like walk away, leave them alone, let them cool down, and come back to the conversation when the scene, you know, is a little bit better. Now, as far as Quavo pushing Sweetie down to the ground, when I first saw the video, I didn't think he pushed her. I thought he was pulling her away from someone who was on the other side.
That's legit what I thought.
Yeah, who was on the other side of the elevator.
Stop the fight.
Now you said there was some signs of infidelity. I was thinking maybe it was another side chick, or maybe something was going on. We can't really see everything. A lot of people are thinking it's domestic violence. To me, it looks like, no, you're not about to go fight her. You have a representation to uphold. I'm pulling you back. And here, if I pull you back and people say he threw her to the ground. I don't really see that. I see a bunch of bags in the way, and I see her tripping over and falling after he shoved her. Now, is he supposed to shove her? I mean, he's trying to stop her from fighting or stop her from getting in harm's way. A little shoved, in my opinion, is nothing of a big deal. This is how I viewed the video. And she fell on the floor. Maybe she's crying, she's upset, she's probably embarrassed. You guys don't know. This is my opinion. And then he looks up, he does see the camera. He could be thinking, oh snap, even though I try to block her from being seen, we're still being watched by an elevator camera. And these surveillance tapes will be out.
I would like to cue into Quinita because I would love to get a female's perspective on this before I give Daryl a chance.
Another female.
Well, another female.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So-
but like, you
Another
know,
one.
yeah, I would really
It's
like for the
just-
females to weigh in on this because I want to hear your concepts on before, you know.
One of my chicken poo poo.
No, because like I want to give us a fair chance for us to, you know. Go ahead, girl.
So it's just on one standpoint. It initially to me it did not come out as abuse. It came off as a tussle. You know, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna pull this out, do this, no, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And as millennials, as you said, personally not me, I don't condone toxicity, but this millennial or this generation does condone it. Like, oh, if you don't do this, then you're. No, I don't want to feel like I'm playing a mind game or I'm, doing too much to be in love. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's actually sad that we condone toxicity and, condone that we have to, do or sabotage and manipulate someone to be in love. And that's 100% not what it's about. Like, I'm sure 50% of our parents didn't go through this. So it's like, on that standpoint, okay, you guys are tussling in and out, in and out. On another standpoint of domestic violence, I would not specifically say that he abused her. It was, as you think about it, it was tug of war. You let go, you lose. You let go, you fall. You mean whoever's strongest wins, So,
Yeah.
Sweetie's my girl. I love her. I'm an icy girl, always and forever. But
Yeah.
it just, it wasn't a good look on Quavo's standpoint. It wasn't a good look on Sweetie's standpoint because I'm pretty sure one of the orange bags that she has was one of his games or one of his, game councils. Why are you taking his belongings with you? That's why are you taking something that does not belong to you with you? You fight for love, but not like this.
Yeah.
True.
Now can I talk?
Yes.
So I
Okay,
can,
go ahead.
because when you put it on that, I would put a chicken soup so we can eat it soup now.
All right, let's feast. Okay. So first of all, I want to say like, obviously domestic violence is not condoned anywhere. Like you should never be putting your hands on your spouse. Period. You know what I mean? Shouldn't get to that point. Definitely know the other person's boundaries. If you know that your spouse don't like to be disturbed in the morning or whatever, and you playing music at 4 a.m. in the morning, that's obviously gonna start like the chihuahuas. That's what I mean. That's how females are in my eyes. Not saying not female dogs or anything like that, but I'm saying like,
The smallest
listen.
ones.
No, I'm saying girls sometimes be pushing it. Y'all ain't nothing wrong with a woman
Y'all
having a
be
voice.
pushing
Ain't
it.
nothing wrong with a
Please
girl.
specify what you mean by pushing.
I think sometimes
Yes.
females know that guys are not supposed to put their hands on women at all. Most boys are taught that. Never put your hands on a female. It's wrong. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? We clown dudes who do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like you be beating a woman, but some girls be thinking on the back end, they're like, you know what? He ain't stupid. I got 3 brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna sick him on it. He ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of push that button sometimes. You know what I mean? Like how far can I go? Maybe I'm gonna start by pointing him on his head. You know what I mean? And it escalates from that. I think sometimes y'all push it like that. Where it's like, okay, he's a man, I'm a woman, I'm small, I'm delicate, I can do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that if I call the police on him, they ain't gonna take me away for domestic violence. They're gonna take him away. Why? Because he's the big dude, and especially if you're a black couple, it's even worse for him. I think
that's true.
I think sometimes like women take advantage of that stigma that we have. You know what I mean? So there's that. But however, of course, it's never okay for a man, but like to put his hands on a woman. I think unless if like. Okay, if he that's
restraining her,
it looked like he was restraining her. That
was not a restraint.
No, I'm just saying that may be the only reason I could see that's okay with a guy actually putting his hand on his feet. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Stop.
What my eyes saw was him trying to like stop her. But not saying that's what he's
doing, but
you know what I'm saying. It didn't look like he was like forcing her or like. You know, it didn't look like he was trying to dominate her or anything like that, but it looked like he was trying to restrain her. That's what I saw.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to stop. In my opinion, somebody was out there, maybe the side chick, maybe whoever it was that he was doing whatever he was doing on the side, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you gonna bring this girl to da-da-da?" We don't know exactly what took place, but for people to say he's hitting and punching up on Sweetie and da-da-da, I don't see that in the scene. I don't see him. I see him pulling her back. Maybe shoving her and she trips because she's so on fire over the luggage that was there and she fell on the floor and now, you know, like she's emotional anyways and he already closed the elevator door so it's like she's crying. Something obviously is wrong. We can't say who's in the right and who's in the wrong, but for people to say that Quavo is beating up on her, like come on y'all.
Yeah.
He's not beating up on her. He's not.
I don't know. I mean, he could.
Let me just close this whole debacle real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna just shut this down right here for Taboo's topics. Okay, this is his thoughts.
All
right. I already gave my synopsis of what I saw in the beginning of the video. To kind of end your little, I guess, concept. They were in her apartment. Period. So if she's fighting a girl that's in her apartment, that's it. Even if there was another girl. That's her apartment building. Somebody violated her personal space.
Hold on.
Well, no, I'm asking. There is no hold on.
I did not know. I'm asking you for the full scope.
No.
Yes.
There was her apartment. Was it in the lobby or
well, then she had every reason to beat whoever she wanted to beat up.
Okay.
Now that information is new.
Okay, cool, guys.
Now I wish Quavo would have sat back.
Okay.
Now and let her do her thing.
Here's the thing. Now, when it comes to all this. For me personally, there's a difference between restraining somebody, and the reason why I say this is because he worked with people who had mental illnesses, and he worked in healthcare. They teach you how to properly restrain people.
Okay.
What he did to her was not a restraint.
He don't work in healthcare,
right? That's what I'm saying. He don't know.
What he did was jack her up. He jacked her. As Americans will say, Africans will say jack. Americans will say jacked. He jacked her and flung her. Regardless of what it is or what it isn't, me personally, I never grew up in a home where domestic violence was condoned. I never even grew up in a home where violence was condoned. You know what I mean? He got his butt whooped because he got into a fight. You know what I mean? My parents did not condone violence at all. Between siblings, between themselves, any violence was not tolerated. So in a relationship, when it comes to being a millennial and in a relationship, for me personally, I hope for y'all, violence is not tolerated at all.
Right.
Whatsoever. There's a difference between somebody restraining you from harm's way, and there's proper ways to do it. By holding on to the person, wrapping your arms around the person. There's ways to restrain the person, but this is not a restraint.
Listen, that's what I'm saying.
I'm about to get you and wait until we get upstairs.
You know what?
She got up from the floor. Hey, she could have hit her tailbone. Have you ever? Ask somebody who hurt their tailbone and they'll tell you how it feels.
Right.
Okay? There was a bar in the back of that wall. Today or tomorrow is not my business anyway because it ain't my relationship. But all I gotta say is right, is wrong, and he should have never jacked her up like that nor flung her. And Sweetie, regardless if it's your apartment or not, you should have never swung on him first. If anything, you should have just walked away from the situation like you walked out of that relationship.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Just curse him out and leave.
But
if he was that man.
Hey, millennials, I don't know what this society is teaching you guys on how real relationship works. You know what I mean? That it's okay for men to put their hands on you. That shows you love. You know what I mean? That's not it at all.
Yeah.
You guys need to get with the concept of what real love is. Love is not envy. Love does not jealous. Love does not do any
Not
of
hurtful.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nor spiteful.
Nor spiteful, none of that. Real, genuine love is caring for the person unconditionally and giving that agape love. Okay? The word is agape.
Okay.
Okay? But that's it for today's Taboo Topics. So, guys, unfortunately, Papa Toe will not be here with us today. But he sent his message from Liberia letting him know that he loves us. And he's so proud of us and how far we come. And he's definitely waiting to get back to the U.S. so he can join us here and back for season 2.
Yay.
But, guys, this is our last episode. So before we close and end for the season, just for the season, I would like to see if you guys have any final closing remarks.
Well, I have a closing remark. I would like to say, again, thank you, everyone here, YouTube virtually over there. I'd like to thank Mr. Anderson, Garfine, what's his name, Mr. Pei, and the best producer ever, Natasha. I mean, I'd like to thank all of you guys. But, of course, I would like to thank the viewers again. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Thank you for, learning with us, growing with us, being a part of us. Thank you. And thank you for the likes, shares, the donations, everything. Thank you.
I would like to say thank you to all the supporters, everyone that's been commenting, sharing, giving feedback, staying updated every Sunday night, 7 p.m. We get a lot of messages coming in from all of our social media platforms, and every single message is read and is totally appreciated. And we thank you guys because it keeps us going and it keeps us, excited and coming back every week to give you guys more to reach your expectation every single time. And this season has been amazing because I think it's like young people actually getting a chance, to speak up and speak out. And the feedback we have gotten from our community is amazing. Even from young and old, everyone has respected us and our opinions and, came with us with grace and elegance. And we've always found a way to connect with our viewers. And I think that's what's really special about LRTN. There's always a way for us to connect with our community and with our viewers. So we tell you guys, thank you. Stay on the lookout. Still watch LRTN. How's my people? This is not the end for us. We will be back with more shows coming on. So just stay tuned with LRTN and thank you so much.
Quinita.
I mean, it's definitely all about our fan base, our audience, and a platform giving us young, millennials, a place to speak, to have our voices heard. It's definitely been an amazing experience. I mean, from beginning to end, from the first episode to the 10th episode, I've seen so much growth in not only you, but our producers, everyone behind the scenes and in front of the camera. We've seen so much progress. Like, seriously, everyone has learned immense skills, people skills, communication skills, technical skills. Everyone has learned so much, throughout this 10-week process.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. It really has. I'd just like to thank everyone behind the scenes, everyone in front of the camera, all of my personal fans, because I don't have that. I'd like to thank you guys all for supporting us and tuning in faithfully tuning in every Sunday at 7 p.m. to watch us and hear us and, embrace us. So it's really been an amazing experience, and I'm so glad that I've got to meet you amazing people and have this experience with one another,
Yeah.
Well, thank you again to Mr. Pei and Mr. Anderson. Thank you to my beautiful castmates. Thank you to the producers and the administrative team that works on the back. But most importantly, thank you to our audience. Now you know what time it is. It's time for our social handles. So if you haven't yet, please follow us on all social media platforms. But first, please, forgot a special big thanks to Solo and Liberia.
Our boy.
Me personally, all of us personally, on behalf of LRTN. Thank you to Solo and Liberia because you're definitely holding us down. Especially, you're holding us down in a totally different country.
Yes.
So bless you, my boy.
Yeah,
thank you so much. And we highly appreciate it. And we love you.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to actually join you in Liberia where we can sit down face to face.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Solo, for all your hard work and your diligence. You know what I mean? Being in a third world country, moving from place to place, recording. You know what I mean? Making sure that stuff gets done. That's that's it. You know what I mean?
You deserve these finger points, all right? You deserve these.
Thank you so much. But you guys know what time it is. It's time for our social handles, like I was saying. And if you haven't yet, please follow us on all social media platforms. With that being said, please visit our website at www.lrtn-sdf.org. Again, that's www.lrtn-or-sdf.org. Haven't yet, please follow us on Facebook at LRTN, the Liberian Radio and Television Network. Twitter at symbol LRTN, the number 4. Instagram, all caps, LRTN _215. But oops, there's something new. Our Cash App is right there. You see it. You see it. And you know, there's these new challenges like we spoke about earlier on this season that happens, you know. Every social media influencers, you know, we're influencers now. We're on social media.
Yeah,
we're influencers.
We have validated that title.
Okay. We about to get our checks next to our names. So here's my challenge. Well, here's our challenge. The How's My People challenge. It's going to be called Support Challenge.
Yeah.
If you support your fellow friends, your family members, your colleagues, let's make this a trend, okay?
I mean, $10 ain't gonna kill your bank.
It's not even 10. We're about to do it so like you have no reason not to support us. You ready?
Listen,
Hashtag support. All it needs is just $2 to send to the Cash App. If all of our viewers send $2 to the Cash App, if you support us, if you love us, if you rock with us, $2. We ain't asking for $10. We're not asking for even $5.
I'm
it's literally
personally, I'm asking for 10.
It's literally $2. Let's see if you can do it. You know what I mean? Let's see if you can do it. It's a trend. It's about to go trending. Hashtag support.
Now, y'all thought
Hashtag support LRTN.
Right.
You right.
If y'all thought How's My People season 1 was popping, think about how much more popping it's gonna be. How better the lights, the quality of the sound and picture, all that's going to be with your support. So if you want to continue bringing quality entertainment to the Liberian community, you want to keep highlighting not us, but yourselves. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be spotlighting. You don't want who we're catering to.
Right.
You want to help us keep supporting you and your kids, your family, all that good stuff. You know what? The Cash App right there. Money talks.
All right. So that's hashtag
support LRTN. Again, Fisha.
That's hashtag support LRTN.
And it's only $2. The challenge is only $2. Just $2.
If you're a baller, 10.
All right, guys.
All right. But that's it for How's My People. I am your gracious co-host, McGarris Jackson.
It's your girl Fisha today.
Daryl Kennedy.
And the one and only health and wellness, Quinita Dunbar.
Wow, she gonna give us.
I mean, why not though?
I know, yes, girl.
And remember, guys, we're here, we're there, we're everywhere.
Mr. Session, se bem, e getting labor, se bem, kekele, African boy we kekele, kekele, kekele. Akinche we kekele, kekele, kekele. Aya. So, popolo, polo, po.